Hello everyone, welcome back to my astrology channel. So this video is the continuation of the lunar nodes part 1, and this is the part 2. In the first part I covered the south node in Scorpio energy, which will start on January 18. That's when the nodes shift and will last until July 2023. So there is this 18 months period when the lunar nodes will be on the axis of Taurus and Scorpio. Now in the last 18 months since May 2020, the lunar nodes were on the Gemini Sagittarius axis. So this is a shift from more like a mutable air fire energy shift to a more fixed, water and earth energy. So it's a completely different energy. Now the Taurus and Scorpio axis is the money axis. It's also the axis of our values, our self-worth, our personal values and self-worth, and also shared values, the belief system that we share with our significant other or any close ties, relationship that we have in our life. So these are the themes that is going to be highlighted in the next 18 months: the money, the economy, your finances, and your value system, and balancing that with the shared money, shared values, shared belief systems. So all these themes is going to really be the focal point in the next 18 months. Now North Node energy is all about the area or the experiences we are learning. We haven't experienced that before, so this is the time to learn that energy. Now the nodes take about 18 to 19 years to come back at the same point. So lunar nodes were in the Taurus Scorpio axis about 18 and a half years ago. Now it's coming back to the same axis after 18 and a half years. So you can also look back 18 and a half years ago and see what kind of life themes were occurring in your life during that time, and that can kind of give an indication of what you can expect during this time. Now it won't be the same thing because 18 years is a long time and you are a different person compared to what you were 18 years ago. The many experiences that you had, the many transit, astrology transit that has gone through in the last 18 years has changed you, has transformed you, has grown you as a person. So it's not going to be exactly the same, but you can at least look at the area, in your chart which house it transits and how you felt about it 18 years ago. So North Node is the energy where we are moving towards, so we are learning that energy. So in the next 18 months when North Node is in the sign of Taurus, what we are doing as on personal level and on collective level is we are learning the Taurian qualities, we are learning the Taurian side of life. And what is Taurus? Taurus is very much concerned about stability, security, assets, possession, things you own, things you possess, self-reliancy, self-sufficiency as well. It's a Venus ruled sign, so it's very much about relationship, money, love, romance and all that as well, and also the luxurious side of Venus, mostly because Taurus is more concerned with the what you own, what you possess, your material things, the material aspect of life that that belongs to you. So all that is going to be highlighted. So you can be rest assured for the next 18 months there's going to be a lot of transformation changes occurring in these matters, in your money matters, in your value system, in your sense of beauty and luxury and relationship, and all that is going to go through a transformation both personally and collectively. So it's a great time to really seek security and stability and be resourceful through your own means, and put in your own effort, rely on your own talents, capabilities and all that to move ahead in life. North Node in Taurus is going to show you the need that you have to stabilize yourself and to find security in beauty and luxury part of life, in the material aspect of life, and moving away from the south node in Scorpio energy, which is about crises, obstacles, destruction, fear, obsession, control issues. So you're moving away, you're changing, you're releasing those energy, the Scorpio energy of aspect of life, and moving through towards more the softer beauty and a luxury aspect of life where your finances, values and resources are concerned. Now North Node is the focus, where the focus is during the 18 months period, but it does not come easy. Now nodes are famous for creating difficulty, blockages, changes to, you know, move things forward, to change things forward. Where South Node is, you are facing changes and difficulties to release those stuck energy, while North Node is where you're facing challenges and blockages to learn new things. So you will face challenges and transformation and blockages and you know, crisis situation as well in both the nodes aspect. But one is where you are releasing yourself, eliminating those fears, and the other one is you're learning and mastering that and growing yourself through North Node, and, you know, getting rid of any blockages to learn and to, you know, embrace the North Node aspect of life during these 18 months. So you will have a strong sense of wanting to achieve things which are Taurian in quality, which is about money, resources, luxury, beauty, and all that. You would definitely want to spend on, you know, luxurious item, beautiful item, aesthetically pleasing things. You would want to, you know, really be focused on that during this time. Now, achieving it is all down to you, how you going to achieve it, or if you're going to achieve at all. North Node does not necessarily always mean that you will end up achieving what you're striving for during this 18 months period. But what will most definitely happen is a transformation. Your money aspect will change in your life, you know, your economic, your financial situation in life, and your value, you know, how you value yourself, your sense of self-worth is going to go through a transformation these 18 months. So let's begin with each of the zodiac sign from Aries to Pisces, and see how North Node is going to affect each of the sign during these 18 months period. Aries, for you, the Taurus North Node transits your second house. Now, second house is the house of your value system. It's the house of your finances, your personal finances, and things that you hold dear, you know, your assets, possession, resources, you know, things you're attached to. So North Node in your second house is going to really change things around where your money matters, your finances, and your value system is concerned. You're going to see a transformation in these 18 months in these matters. Now, the transformation not necessarily means you're going to have a lot of money or you're going to have less money. It does not mean that. What it means is your attitude towards money may go through a change. Now, North Node is the node of the moon. So moon is related to, you know, our emotion, our intuition. So you may be making money decision, monetary decision, your financial decision, from a more spiritual point of view and more instinctively, where your heart is basically. Whatever decisions you're making during this time, or whatever growth you are, you know, going through during this time where your finances are concerned, maybe more to do where your heart lies rather than where your head lies. So you're very much driven emotionally to, you know, transform your money matters. Now, you can also become very spiritual about money during this time. So if you have a certain way of handling money, managing money, that can go through a transformation as well, and that this can come as a result of a crisis, you know, in your 8th house matter, which is your South Node, where your South Node is in the sign of Scorpio. So a crisis or challenges in your 8th house, which is your shared finances and shared value system, can result or can push you towards changing your mindset, where your own money making capability, your own value system where finances is concerned, you know, all these things is going to go through a change, and your South Node is going to instigate your move towards North Node. Now, this is the time to develop your North Node these 18 months. So this transformation that you're going to experience during this time is very much welcomed in your life during this time. This spiritual growth, soul growth that is going to take place during this 18 months is definitely very much welcome. So don't worry too much about if there is kind of any blockages or obstacles where your finances is concerned, because at the end of the 18 months you'll be in a different place, most definitely, Aries. So Aries, North Node in your second house is going to definitely bring in a new phase in your personal finances. So this is a great time to really create that solid foundation, which is based more on your spiritual side, your intuitive, instinctual side, more than, you know, external influence or external pressure or decision made in your personal finances because, you know, of somebody else's perspective, somebody else's value system, or somebody else has contributed, or somebody else has said something to you. This is the time to really develop your own sense of your worth and your financial matters, you know, whatever finances you're trying to grow. This is the time to really think from your own perspective. Think about how you want to handle it, how you want to manage your finance, how you want to make money, you know, what are your money making capable, what are your talents. Now Taurus is about self-sufficiency as well, so you are definitely very much relying on your own efforts, on your own capabilities, and not too much on other people during this time. So this is a great time to create a solid foundation. So throughout this 18 months you will be definitely faced with challenges and blockages, because the eclipses occurs on where the nodes are. So there is going to be eclipse occurring in your second house and your eighth house. So there is going to be a lot of transformation happening due to these eclipses. There will be turning points, you know, upheavals, changes, everything. But the most important thing that you need to know, Aries, is you are focused more on developing your north node during this time, and that means you are personally liable to, you know, develop your finances. You're not depending on other people during this time. That's the main theme. You need to enhance your sense of self-worth and accumulate wealth through your own effort, through being self-sufficient, most definitely. Now in practical sense, a balance of both the energies in north node and south node is definitely recommended, because you cannot entirely forget or ignore your south node, because if you do, the patterns may repeat and you may have to, you know, face the challenges later on during this 18 months. So the best thing is to resolve any issues that is related to your eighth house, related to your shared finances and shared values. And once you have resolved and released any stuck energies where your, you know, value systems, shared value and shared finance is concerned, then you can move towards your north node. And releasing south node can also mean paying off a debt, or if you are in a, you know, loan situation or debt kind of situation, which is stopping you from growing and, you know, starting having your own thing, or moving, you know, really utilizing your own capabilities to make your own money. Then it's really a great time to really release any stuck energy in your finances matter, and pay off any debt or loan, and, you know, move towards with, you know, free mind and, you know, more energy towards your north node. Now Jupiter will be in the sign of Aries in 2022 and as well 2023, so there will be a lot of luck factor coming to your, you know, your sense of self, your self-image, your how you project yourself, because it's going to be in your first house. So that is going to also probably give you a positive mindset to make these efforts to, you know, to develop your north node, you know, develop your second house energies. So Aries, definitely this 18-month is the time to develop your own goals, define your own goals, define your own ambition, your life path, where your money matters is concerned, or and just generally all area aspect of life as well, which leads to, you know, financial enhancement, financial growth. So this is the time to set your own goals and, you know, have your own life path, define your own value system, and lead from your own standpoint, what you feel comfortable with, what you align yourself spiritually with. So that's the best thing, and lead from a intuitive place. And Aries, try to be more patient as well during this time, because Taurus is about you know, really sticking around and making things happen, because it's a fixed sign. So patience is definitely required, stability is required. You need to be really on this game to change that. You really need to like double down and, you know, work on your finances, and then only can you achieve, you know, a sense of inner peace and balance during these 18 months, Aries. Taurus, for you, the Taurus north node occurs in your first house. Now after 18 years, it's back in your first house, Taurus. So this time is completely, totally about you. So north node in your first house means this is your time. It's all about you, Taurus, in your life. So you are the priority in your own life, your self-image, how you project yourself, your personal priorities, your destiny, your life path, everything is the focal point during these 18 months. And you will experience a lot of changes, transformation, a lot of positive changes and transformation as well during these 18 months, which is going to improve and enhance your sense of self-image. And this is going to have direct impact on your relationship, on your one-to-one interaction with other people. So if you experience any kind of blockages, any kind of restrictive pattern in your relationship, or any kind of patterns that is not helping you grow and is not helping you realize your own soul growth, your own self-image, how you want to see life, how you want to see yourself, what is your life path, what is your idea of yourself, Taurus. So all these things are going to go through a change, and if there's any kind of restrictive stuck patterns in your relationship, then this is the time to release those energies, resolve those energies, and move on and focus on your own life, because North Node is not going to be in your first half for another 18 years. So this is the best time to really transform and bring about the changes that you want to bring about in your own self. Now Uranus is already in the sign of Taurus for the last few years and will be there for a few more years. So during this North Node transit in your first house, Taurus, Uranus is going to be there too. So Uranus is already rebooting and changing and really disrupting your sense of old self and bringing in new energy. So you are progressing and growing through this Uranus energy already. Now with North Node, you will feel more intuitively, emotionally connected to the idea of enhancing your destiny, enhancing your sense of self, your self-image, and really focusing on your own growth during these 18 months. And this is the best time to do that, because there's going to be eclipses occurring on the Taurus-Scorpio axis. So this is going to transform and will be almost like a turning point as well. And this can arise due to some kind of challenges in your relationship that will make you realize that you need to, depend on your own self, on your own capabilities to, make the improvements and growth that you seek in your own life, Taurus. Now, Taurus, first house is both about your physical appearance and also generally your mindset, your outlook as well, how you see yourself, what is your life path, how you want to, go forward, how you want to take your life forward. So your appearance may go through a change as well, a positive change during this time. So as your sense of self is growing and improving, and you're enhancing your projection, how you project yourself to other people, your appearance may improve as well, or you may reinvent your look, maybe the way you dress yourself, your hair, just your health matters as well, because first house is to do with your health as well, which can also go through a change, a transformation, and you are maybe more focused on your health matters, your fitness matters, and all that thing. So this is really a great time to focus on yourself and not be too much concerned by other people or what other people have to say in your life. And especially if it's a kind of a blockages or kind of challenges coming from other people. So this is the time to really focus on your own energy and on your own vibe to grow yourself, Taurus. Now, Taurus, you are a fixed sign, so moving things, transforming, changing things does not come easily to you. So all these years until now, if you were set in a certain way regarding your projection, regarding your self-image, this North Node is, and along with Uranus, is going to really push you and really make you transform yourself during this time. Now there is no reason, no excuse to stay in that old pattern, stay in that complacent, stuck old patterns regarding your own sense of self. So this is the time, Taurus, to really let your true self emerge. Truly what you feel from within, and don't stop yourself from experiencing these new growth just because of external influence, partnership, relationship influence, and all that, especially if it's negative towards you. Now, Taurus, the need to follow your own path and develop your own image can come about due to challenges or crisis in your relationship, or some kind of transformation changes that is occurring in your relationship. Maybe until now you were very much focused about the other people, people you're in relationship, and this can be both personal and business as well, whichever side you're developing during this time. If you are in a committed relationship, it can be your other half, or if you're in a business kind of business partnership, then could be your business partners, whatever that might be. Maybe you were depending too much on them for their opinion, and you were literally not almost curbing your own needs and wants, whatever you desired, over other people. So you were letting the other person have their way and not really exerting your own needs until now. But now is the time to really get past those old patterns and to really develop your own true self. So now is the time to really develop your own sense of self-image, your own destiny, and be more confident, and don't depend too much on other people. And also any decision that you need to make in life regarding yourself and also your relationship, your interaction with other people, your connection with other people, whatever that might be, lead from a more decisive and confident place rather than being indecisive and complacent and depending on other people to make decisions. So definitely this is a time for you to stand up and make the move, and you really transform whatever your life path, wherever you want to go after these 18 months period is over. And at the end of the day, Taurus, striking a balance between both your relationship with yourself and relationship with others is definitely recommended, because then you will have a more inner peace and sense of balance and harmony in your life, because you don't want to create a image for yourself, self-image or your personal destiny with kind of a baggage, emotional baggage that can weigh you down or can repeat as well in future if you're not resolving any relationship issues. So it's a good idea to resolve any matters related to your South Node in your 7th house, and then also be confident and decisive to take the decision for yourself and the life path that you want to go on, and promote your own growth, your own healing, your overall image, your health, appearance, everything, your goals and ambitions, everything is going through an enhancement. So use this time and transform your true image, let your true self emerge during this time, Taurus. Geminis, for you, the Taurus North Node transits through your 12th house. Now, 12th house is about your subconscious. It's a very spiritual house. It's a house of it's a house of old patterns, past patterns. It's a house of your imagination, creative imagination, inspirations, artistic expression, and all that. Now, it's also related to self-sabotaging or self-deceiving patterns, unrealistic patterns. So all these are 12th house matters. Now, when North Node goes through your 12th house, the most important thing that is going through a change and transformation is your sense of awareness. It's your spiritual side. So there's a lot of awakening on awareness is going to occur during these time. Now, it's not going to be an easy path to spiritual awakening, but it's going to take place. Now, there is going to be eclipses occurring on the Taurus Scorpio axis, so you will experience a lot of transformation, changes, upheavals, obstacles, blockages, challenges, crisis, all that on your 6th and 12th house axis. Now, this can make you worry about your place in the world or your just everyday life and how you're handling things. So the best thing during these 18 months, Geminis, is to take a break, because North Node in the 12th house of retreat and taking a break is asking you to do that, because it's very important to rejuvenate, and recharge your batteries as well, and not just be too much blocked by or bothered by what's happening on a daily basis and worrying about those things. Now, the last 18 months, the North Node and South Node and the eclipses were in your sign. It was on the Gemini Sagittarius axis. So your 1st house and 7th house, your relationship house, your relationship axis was very much going through a lot of transformation. So you might have faced a lot of challenges, changes, transformation, difficulties, crisis, upheavals on your relationship axis. So now that North Node is moving away from your 1st house, this is a time to really take a break, and a well-deserved break as well, because any kind of crisis or difficult situation or challenges that may have arisen in your relationship matters, in your 7th house matters, this is a time for healing. This is 12th house is a house of healing, and 6th house is a house of health. So this is a time to really focus on your growth, your spiritual growth, your awareness, and your transformation, your inner transformation, and not worry too much about what is happening on a daily basis, and not get too much bogged down by or burden yourself with extra work and responsibilities and all that, and not take care of your own healing, Geminis. This is the time really to truly grow from within. Your inner life, your inner healing needs to be looked at. This is the time to focus on these areas and grow your spiritual side during these 18 months. Now, Gemini's 12th house is also to do with past patterns, old patterns. It's a house of closure as well. So if there is any kind of limiting or self-sabotaging or self-deceiving patterns in your life that you are not letting yourself grow out of, or you're not healing yourself, and you're stuck in that old ways of thinking or old relationship, or any kind of areas of life that is that is holding you back, is not letting you grow and not allowing you to heal, most importantly, this is the time to really think over it and not be fooled by your own self, Geminis, because you are at the end of the day hurting yourself by not healing yourself, by not letting go of old patterns, and see everything more from a spiritual space and not more on the earthly plane. Because when you think about material and physical aspect of life too much, and the daily grind and all that, and the work and all that, what happens is you are it can lead to delusion, it can lead to unrealistic expectations of your own self. So that is what you're trying to release during this time, and you're moving towards your 12th house North Node. Now, Gemini's North Node transiting your 12th house does not necessarily mean spiritual growth and awareness will come easily to you. So this is the area that needs to be developed. This is the area that you need to learn, and you can only learn this part of life if you are letting go of daily worries, work worries, responsibility, burdening yourself with daily chores and routine schedules, appointments and all that. Too much of that is going to not allow you to heal and focus on your own health and healing during this time, and see everything from a wider perspective. Don't limit yourself. See everything not from an earthly or physical plane during these months. See it from a more spiritual plane, the ethereal plane, and really connect with your intuition as well, and connect with your spiritual side, connect with your divine side as well, and you may get divine inspiration as well in terms of your healing, how you can progress in life going forward once these 18 months are over, how you see your life. You may get inspiration, and things may come to you even in your dreams, because 12th house is to do with your dream state. So don't allow yourself get too much engrossed in the unrealistic side of 12th house, but involve yourself in the spiritual side of 12th house, the healing side of 12th house, and be more comfortable and confident with your own intuition, and trust your gut instinct during this time. And don't worry, because worry is going to cause you anxiety, and nervous energy may come about, and that is not good for your healing. Now, Geminis, you are a very communicative sign. You like to network and connect with people, but Gemini can also be affected by nervous energy, anxiety, worrying about, because it's ruled by Mercury. So it's very important you are not letting these things affect you during this time, and stay calm and let worries not affect you. So don't overthink too much. Now connecting with your spiritual side and your intuition can also help you heal during this time. So do practice yoga or meditation, or get away nature, because Taurus is about nature as well. So connect with nature, connect with your inner side, connect with the ethereal plane through meditation and deep meditation and yoga, and really do all these things. That is going to really help you, relax you, heal you as well, and any kind of anxiety that is causing you due to daily life and work, work, job, if you're in a job, or any kind of colleagues, or any relationship, any aspect of life that is causing you worry during this time. It's best to move away, take a break, retreat, go nature walk, meditation, yoga, all that. Really connect with your that side during this time, Gemini, and not worry too much about if your work is getting done or not, if you are meeting the, if you are keeping the appointment or not, or if you are on schedule or not. Don't worry about that. This is not the time to, this is time to really grow spiritually and create more awareness and connect with the divine and the ethereal plane during this time, Geminis. Cancer, for you, the Taurus North Node transits through your 11th house. Now, 11th house is the house of your social circle, your group projects, team, peers, acquaintances, associates, your professional gains, your hopes and wishes, and just generally things you do in a collaborative arrangement, or for bigger organization or group activities, where you get together to make things happen. So North Node in your 11th house, Cancer, is going to majorly expand your social circle, your area of influence, your professional sphere, your colleagues' work environment, your group, team, your group, all that is going to expand. So any kind of group project or teamwork kind of situation that you are getting involved yourself in during this time is going to really be very beneficial, and is going to enhance and grow you as well. So North Node here is all about developing these areas during these 18 months, because this is the time for collaboration. This is the time to coming together to make a project or group work happen, make a teamwork successful during this time. Any kind of team project, group project that you are involved in, any kind of collaboration, this is truly the time to be part of a team and not be overly concerned with what you personally want, what your own solo desires and ambitions and goals are. This is not the time for that. So because you are developing yourself through collaborative arrangement, through collaborative activities, through group activities, and that is where your soul growth, your karmic evolution is going to take place. So this is the time really to get yourself involved in collaborative projects, develop your team working skills, and work coming together to make things happen, and not be overly concerned by what you want or what are your needs and how you look in a team, what are your personal contribution. Don't be too much affected if that is not getting highlighted and is not the focal point during this time. And at the end of the day, balance is definitely required in both the energies, your 11th house and 5th house. So you use your own talents and strength to make a group work a success, for professional gains, to gain those the dreams and wishes, those professional gains that can come your way through being part of a team during this time. So that's where the main focus is, Cancer, during these 18 months period. Now you will also come across different kind of people during this 18 months, so be open to those experiences and don't hold yourself back because you want to have your own way, or you want to shine by yourself and is not interested in a group project. So don't hold yourself back from these experiences because of your own agenda or tendency to rely more on yourself, or be just concerned about what is your creative contribution in a project. So this is the time to really open yourself to different life experiences, different people, approach different people, let other people in your life and listen to their viewpoints, their perspective, what they have to contribute, what their strength are, what their talents and capabilities are, and so that you can come together and make something happen. So your goals, whatever your personal goals are, is going to be a success through other people during this time. So any kind of ambitions and goals that you have can be achieved. You can achieve success. You can gain these you can have these professional gains in your life, but that will come through other people during these 18 months. Now 11th house is also to do with humanitarian activities. It's to do with being part of connecting yourself with a cause, something that you truly connect with, something that is you truly believe in, and offer your services, offer your capabilities, talents to be of service to other people. So use your creative instinct, your unique talents and capabilities to come together in a group activity and make it a success. So at the end of the day, your contribution, your talents will be seen by other people. It's not going to go noticed. Most definitely you will your contribution is going to be felt by other people, and that is how you're going to get those professional gains, and your goals and ambition will be achieved through other people. So let people in your life be open to different viewpoints, different perspective, different kind of people, experience different kind of group, and get yourself involved in different kind of organization, association, or group activities. So if you are something already involved in and you're not happy with that, it's not growing you, it's time to look at more in life, and connect with something that is larger than you, bigger than you, and where you can really show your talent and make something of it. Now North Node in 11th house is really a good position, so you can really experience a lot of enhancement in your social circle, and also your money making capability, your professional gains can really truly be enhanced, so much so that you can feel overwhelmed, and you can it's just too much coming your way, and then you can lose a sense of where your own talents and capabilities are. You can lose a sense of where you stand in the crowd as well. So find a balance between both the energies, and while you are becoming part of the crowd and associating yourself with a cause or organization or association, the important thing is to not connect with something that you don't truly believe in, you don't truly want to connect with. So make sure you do a little bit digging and connect with a group of friends, a social circle or collaboration which you want to get involved in, and also these things is going to ultimately lead in professional gain, more money, enhancement in your career, your reputation, everything, all that is going to be enhanced most definitely during this time. So Cancer, definitely follow your intuition, what your heart desires, and connect with people you want to connect with, and don't worry about losing your sense of self, because you will not lose your sense of self. You will be part of a community and you are contributing to a collaborative project or group project, but that does not mean you're losing your sense of self. If you are confident and comfortable with what you are and what your talents are, you are not going to lose any of that. People of different viewpoints, of different walks of life, is only going to enhance your gains during this time, is going to enhance your finances, is going to enhance your career. All that thing is going to grow. So keep yourself open to these opportunities, and don't close yourself off because you are worried about that you're going to lose your sense of self. Your own talents is not going to be the focal point, and you're worried that you may be lost in the crowd. So don't worry about all these things, and at the end of the day, cultivate your friendship, this new collaboration and social circle that is coming, that you're experiencing during this time. Cultivate and healthy relationship with these new interactions, these new connections, that is going to bring balance in your life and is going to grow you ultimately, because North Node transiting through the 11th house is a very good time to really enhance your life in all aspects, especially your career and money matters, Cancer. Leos, for you, the Taurus North Node transits your 10th house. Now 10th house is the house of your career, it's the house of your public image, your reputation, your calling in the world, your vocation. So when North Node moves into your 10th house, Leos, this is your most prominent place in the chart, because the 10th house is your career, it's the highest point, it's the most visible part of your charts. So with North Node in your 10th house, this is the time when you are very much focus a lot on your career matters. And not just that, you are going through a change. So if there's anything that is outdated, something that is not working for you anymore, it's going to go through a change during this time. And because it's an angular house, this is going to have effect on other areas of your life, which is your sense of self, your relationship, your home life, and all that. So all the angles gets activated with this north node in your 10th house. So north node here is going to change your work environment. Maybe you will go for another job or completely different career direction. You may start doing completely a new thing that you have not done before. And this is the time you will be a little bit more eager for achievement, success, accomplishments, accolades, and basically, you know, to enhance your public image, reputation, your career aspect. You want to take on those responsibilities and, you know, those promotion opportunities in your work, which is going to grow your career. So this is a time very much about your career growth, and your mind is definitely on it during this time. That is the focal point for the next 18 months, Leos. So anything that is not working or is not growing you or is not favoring you, or any kind of energy that is stuck and is not really uplifting you and is not making you progress, and, you know, is not bringing you happiness or inner peace within you, where your career and job situation is concerned, you will definitely uproot those things and definitely bring in new energy. This is a time for complete different change in direction, because north node here is transforming your 10th house matter, your career matters is going through a change. Now this change of career is not an easy one. You can face blockages, restrictions, and, you know, challenges in your career matters while you are trying to transform these aspect of your life, because the eclipses is going to be occurring on the Taurus Scorpio axis. So it's a time of turning point. It's basically a time of transformation. What was in the past is not going to be there in the future. So all this happening in your career house is definitely going to catapult you in that new career direction going forward in these 18 months. So you need to be prepared for what you are trying to achieve and have clear goals and ambitions that you want to take on. And because it's a Taurus north node, it's about self-sufficiency as well as self-reliancy. So what you're trying to achieve is going to only be achieved through your own self-effort. Is going to be achieved through the work you put in and your own mindset and the soul growth that comes, the karmic evolution. It's a very karmic time for you, Leos. North node and south node are the karmic points. So wherever it goes, that is the time. It's a time for transformation in those areas. So it's definitely the time to launch yourself in a new direction and, you know, take on those new opportunities and responsibility, and put yourself out there for that promotion, you know, career growth and all that during these 18 months, Leos. Now, Leos, because North Node is a karmic point, this need to change direction, this need for soul growth through your career, and to, you know, have these achievements, accomplishments in your life, success in your life during this time. This is not because of some kind of self-centered matter. It's not, the reason is not coming from an egoistic place. This is all about your soul growth. This is about your spiritual growth. This is your karmic growth during this time. You are setting yourself in a different direction, something that is more in tune with what you intuitively feel, what is good for your spiritual growth, what is good for your overall life direction going forward. So anything that you were holding yourself back until now, and that can be due to emotional baggage, past conditioning, doubt, anything that you were holding yourself back because of any kind of fourth house matter, because South Node is in the sign of Scorpio in your fourth house, which is about fear or control issues that comes from your roots or conditioning, past conditioning. Maybe you were not comfortable or confident to take on these roles and to put yourself out there for promotion of a career growth in your life. So this is a time to really let go of things that is not serving you, is not favoring your soul growth, your karmic growth, your spiritual growth, your overall life growth. You're not able to reach these achievements, goals, and ambition. So let these south node matters go, and don't be too bogged down by any kind of limiting pattern within your home life or family members, if there is any energy that is limiting you. Now, if everything is supportive and helpful and harmonious in your home life, then this is the time to really strike a balance with your emotional self and your external validation, the success that you are trying to achieve. So this is a great time to really strike a balance between and make yourself emotionally strong and make your foundation more strong, so that the success that you build on in the future has got a solid base, has got a solid foundation to stand upon. And when you are happy from within, you are peaceful within, you are more balanced and harmonious from your where your emotional foundation is concerned, your own self, your inner self is concerned, then you are able to really project yourself outwardly in a more successful way, in a more balanced way, Leo. So definitely change in direction, life direction is definitely the focal point for the next 18 months, but it should come from a balanced place and more emotionally balanced place. And if there is any kind of stuck energy, any kind of baggage you're carrying, or any kind of old pattern that is limiting your own mindset towards your own growth, then this is the time to really get rid of those fear and things that is not helping you grow. So this is a time to really define your goals and set yourself in that mature direction, in that spiritual direction, in terms of your career matters. And don't make it about your ego, and don't make it about material things. Make it more about your spiritual side, service side. You're being of service to other, you're making somebody's life, improving somebody's life, or making that life better by your own experiences, by your own healing, the experiences that you've had in life. You are sharing that, and really putting yourself out there. And all this can come when you build a solid foundation. And the new life direction that you're launching yourself in will be successful if you come from a more balanced and peaceful space, Leos. Virgos, for you, the Taurus North Node transits through your 9th house. Now, 9th house is the house of travel, it's a house of education, it's a house of your belief system, your spiritual side, and also your life purpose. So a North Node transiting your 9th house is going to bring a transformation in all these matters. Now, you may be going through a change of your spiritual side, your belief system, your moral codes, your values, your principles, your life purpose, or basically. So whatever beliefs you held until now is going to go through a change. And this is going to come about through experiencing new things, meeting new people, expanding your horizon. A North Node in the 9th house is going to promote all these things as well. It's going to give you the opportunity to experience all these things as well. Now, this can come through learning. Maybe you are learning something new, a new subject, and that is expanding your mind, or you are traveling and exploring. Now, if traveling is not possible during these times, then even interacting people over social media and listening to other people, reading about other people and their experiences is also going to help you open you up to a different, wider belief system, and change your perspective, or open your perspective to a new viewpoints, to new experiences. During this time, Virgos, you are definitely very much interested in expanding your mind, and just experiencing and embracing new ideas, new systems of new ways of thinking, new beliefs. You want to grow your spiritual side, you want to experience spiritual enhancement and growth during this time. Your life purpose, the goals and ambitions, the opportunities that is coming your way during this time is going to enhance your sense of purpose. Whatever your life purpose, whatever you were feeling until now, or the set beliefs that you had until now, is going to go through a change, and this is going to make you more deeply involved in your own growth, and also will open you to viewpoints and teachings of other people, new cultures, new traditions, ambitions, all those things, you will be more interested in, taking those in your life, introducing all those things or embracing those things in your life. Now with education, you may be now if and now those of you who are trying to take on a new learning, new education, graduation program, or a new language, if you're trying to learn during this time, this is a great time to really bring these energies in your life, because these 18 months you can really learn something completely new, something that is of your interest, most definitely something that is going to help you grow, spiritually grow, and open your mindset as well, your belief system. So take on a subject that you are passionate about, and study that subject. And all these exploration and expansion and listening to other people is going to change your sense of self, your own the way you see yourself, and your vision about yourself, your mission, whatever you want to going forward, the opportunities you want to take, the new territories that you want to explore, all this is going to go through that change. And if during these 18 months traveling does become possible and you can travel, this is a great time to take on these long distance travel and experience new cultures and meet new people. Now if it is possible, if there is no travel restrictions and you can freely travel, then this is a great time, Virgos, to undertake these experiences and take on these new opportunities of growth, and it's going to really be beneficial for you. Now North Node and South Node is on the 9th and 3rd house axis, so that's where the eclipses is going to occur during these 18 months. And wherever the eclipses occur, those are the areas where there is a lot of challenges, turning point, transformation, changes, upheaval, crisis, all that thing occurs on that axis. So with South Node in your 3rd house, you may feel a bit overwhelmed with the amount of information that's coming your way. You are exploring and you want to expand, but you're so much engulfed by this information and communication, the conversation that you're indulging yourself in. You may get overwhelmed and you may not know how to and what decision to make. So it's very important to look at the bigger picture and see what you want to do in long term. What is your purpose in life? How you want to develop that? If you don't have a purpose in life, or you don't understand your purpose in life, or whatever the belief system you had until now is going through a change, it's a good idea to really calm yourself down, make decision, look at the bigger picture, and keep yourself open to new experiences, and that will help you to make these decisions. Because with South Node in the 3rd house, decision making can be difficult, but if you are looking at from a spiritual point of view and making decision more on intuition base rather than worrying about the logic and reasoning side of it, then it is easier to go by what your gut says, your gut instinct, what you feel from within. So it will be easier to make those decisions and take those opportunities during this time, Virgos. Now Virgos, and during the last 18 months when the nodes were on your Gemini Sagittarius axis, your 10th house and your 4th house was activated. So your career, was a lot of changes in your career, in your public image, how you're viewed, how you project yourself, and your goals and ambitions. All those things went through a lot of transformation. Now moving into your 9th house of your belief system and your your purpose in life. So all that thing is going to help you have a clearer understanding of where you want to go in life now, because has been a lot of transformation, changes through challenges and difficult or obstacles in your career matters. You have gone through a change in life direction in terms of your career, and now it's because you have a better sense of purpose, where you want to take your life. So don't be afraid to commit yourself to something that is bigger, better, and something that may seem like a responsibility during this time, but it's going to ultimately grow you and open you up to new opportunities, most definitely. And this can be related to your work as well, because in moving from the career house to your purpose house and a new opportunities, a new territory house. It can be career related, it can be job related, something that you have put in effort until now, which you did not get the reward of, or the result, outcome, the positive outcome until now. Now is the time you can, have those positive outcomes, results, and new opportunities as well, growth opportunities during this time. So keep yourself open to these new experiences, these new opportunities, and keep your mind open, and all this is going to expand your mind most definitely. And even if it does not come easily at first, ultimately through these 18 months you will see a transformation, a change, a turning point in terms of where you're heading in life, your future self. So if you are getting overwhelmed with too much information and too much connection, networking, and people, too many people saying too many things to you, this is the time to really trust your intuition, your gut instinct, and lead from a place of inner peace and spiritual growth. Really look at yourself from a more, because it's a very karmic time. Nodes are a karmic point, so this is giving you an opportunity to grow your belief. This is the time to really expand your horizon and not to limit yourself during these 18 months, Virgos. Libras, for you, the Taurus North Node transits through your 8th house. Now, 8th house is the house of joint resources, social finances, joint shared values. It's also the house of intimacy. It's a house of mutual benefiting financial scenarios, or really coming together to accumulate resources together with your partner, with your business partner, or personal or relationship, whatever that might be. 8th house is about coming together to improve your finances. And North Node transiting through your 8th house is going to transform all these aspects of life during this time, Libras. Now, 8th house has this transformational, regenerative, rebirthing energy anyways, and with the Taurus North Node over there, you're going to get a sense of stability, security through joint finances during this time. Now, South Node is in the 2nd house, which is about your personal finance. It's about your own money making capabilities. It's about relying on your own strength, talents, and abilities, skills, whatever you might have to generate your own wealth. But with the South Node in your 2nd house, you're moving away from that energy and relying or trusting on other people or joint resources more. So this is not the time to be very self-centered or coming from a very individualistic place where your financial situation is concerned. So you are accumulating wealth more on a joint basis rather than individual basis during this time. Now, you may be faced with situations or challenges during this time where you have to rely on your partner's resources or other people's resources, or you may come about some kind of inheritance, gift, or financial help from other people during this time, because 8th house is to do with other people's money. It's not just your spouse's income or joint resources you hold in a marriage. It's also other people's money. Basically, it's can be a bank, a loan you can get, or a mortgage if you're looking for buying a house or something. You can get a loan, or any kind of financial help from other people's resources can come towards you. So it's a great transformative time and change inducing time. So all these energies is going to go through a change, is going to go through a shake-up. So don't have the tendency to overcling to your own possession or your own strength in making in making money. So this is the time to really come together and put your skills, capability for a mutually benefiting financial situation, or investment. If you're investing together, this is a great time to look into these matters and think about all these things as well, because doing things together during this time, Libras, is going to really unlock you all these financial benefits. The profits that can come your way potentially can be unlocked if you're a little bit more open to include other people in your decision to develop your financial situation and accumulate more wealth. So you're coming together to do it rather than just being by yourself, and only relying on your own abilities. And this is a time to trust your intuition as well, your instinct, and really use this time for a kind of a spiritual upliftment, spiritual growth as well, where your joint resources is concerned. So this is time for growth as well in terms of your values, how you see yourself, what are your values, and also to include other people's value within yourself, and to trust other people, include their viewpoints in your life, and to listen to other people as well, because you might come across new ideas and different way of seeing things if you are including other people in your life and letting them in during this time, because this can have a very transformational effect during this time, Libras. So your soul growth is only going to occur, Libra, during these 18 months when you allow your 8th house, your north node, to flourish. And while you're doing that, you purify and release any negative energy in your 2nd house matters. So if you have any kind of stuck value system where you think you should only depend on your own capabilities to grow your wealth, those kind of energies needs to be you need to rethink about that. And you will go through challenges. Maybe you will be in a situation where you're not earning money anymore, or you are you are not in a job situation, the money is not coming, your personal income, your salary is not coming through, and that challenge, that crisis, and it's making you depend on other people's money, to rely on other people's money. So that could be a scenario as well. So be open to these changes and don't see it as a negative thing. Depending on other people's money during this time is required for your soul growth, because what you're learning during this time is how to include other people in your life, how to listen to other people's viewpoints, and give importance to other people's values as well, and grow together, and accumulate wealth together. And what you can do together, you cannot do by yourself during these 18 months. So North Node is giving you this opportunity to create these karmic and positive karma during this time, because North Node and South Node is a karmic point. It's about spiritual growth, it's about your intuition, your gut instinct, and it's not always coming from a materialistic plane, an earthly plane. It's about going beyond and looking at the future, the long-term plans, and taking action and decision based on your future self, rather than just worrying about what is currently happening in your life. So don't be blinded to other people's worth and value during this time. And if you're not taking other people's opinion and viewpoints seriously during this time, then you can face some kind of difficulties, challenges in your intimate relationship during this time. So be open to what North Node is trying to teach you, what North Node lessons are during this time, in the 8th house, which is transformation in joint resources through mutually benefiting financial steps that you can take, including these growth inducing, unlocking your potential for greater profit and greater money making capabilities by coming together and by valuing other people's opinion and valuing their viewpoint as well, Libras. So Libras, the main lesson at the end of the day of this 8th house and 2nd house nodal axis for you is to release any kind of attachment to material possessions or your own money making capabilities, your own values, and open yourself to other people's values as well. And this is how you can find a inner balance, peace, and harmony in your life during these 18 months. Scorpios, for you, the North Node in Taurus is going to transit through your 7th house. Now, Taurus is your opposite sign, so it's going to be in the 7th house, which is the house of relationship, partnership, and this is any one-to-one interaction. It can be personal and business, both ways. So when North Node goes through your 7th house, that is going to be a focal point for the next 18 months. So that's where your focus is, and that's where learning needs to be done. The lessons of these 18 months lies in the 7th house matter, and also the transformation, the changes that is going to occur on this 1st house and 7th house axis because of the eclipses occurring in the Taurus Scorpio axis for the next 18 months. You will go through almost a transformation in your sense of self, your relationship with yourself, and relationship with other people, with more focus on developing the relationship with other people. And this need and desire to find harmony and balance with other people will come from personal experience, through personal experience. Whatever you have experienced until now, that is going to make you want to have a more harmonious relationship with other people. And with 7th house, your significant other, the committed partner that you have in life is definitely the focal point. So if you're married, your relationship with them is definitely going to be the focal point during these 18 months. So it's down to you, Scorpio, to develop these traits, to develop these qualities, so that you are more in harmony and you're trusting the other person more during this time. So with South Node in your 1st house, which is on the axis of your 7th house, what is happening is you are going through a change within yourself. You are seeing what are your needs, how you function, and all that. And during these 18 months, the focus may shift from your own self to your partner, your relationship, any one-to-one interaction, business partnership, collaborations, any kind of coming together, any union, where you come together for life experiences, to form friendship, to form relationship, partnership. And this can be all kind of one-to-one interaction. It's not necessarily only romantic or spousal or business. This can be any one-to-one interaction, any relationship basically, where you come together to have experiences together. So any close ties also is going to be in the 7th house experience. Now Scorpios, you may also meet somebody new during this time, and that can be on a romantic level, or even just somebody significant coming into your life, somebody who can mentor you, somebody you can listen to. Now because South Node is in the 1st house, you may hold yourself back initially, and you may be hesitant because you're coming from an experience of trusting yourself more than trusting other people. Because of the experiences that you have over the years, you may want to trust your own instinct more than the other. But Scorpio, the next 18 months is not about only focusing on your needs and where you come from and what are your perspective, what you see, how you see things. It's about really looking at other people as well, and including their viewpoint, their perspective, what they have to say in your life. It's really about building up these relationships and really nurturing these relationships during this time. And also you can, if somebody comes into your life who means well, who's supportive and there for you, then it's a great time to really develop those relationships, because they will leave a kind of an impression on you. They will impact you and influence you during this time. And this can be for your own good. It can be for a better future, for a growth purpose. So don't be skeptical and paranoid about people coming into your life. And you can be paranoid about other people during this time because you're coming from a place of self-sufficiency and fear and control, and just depending on your own instinct. So this is the time to really learn to trust other people and include their viewpoints and what they have to say, and develop these relationships during these 18 months. Now the existing relationships that you have, Scorpio, in your life, so this North Node can also bring these things to surface. So if there is any conflict, anything self-sabotaging, or if other people are trying to sabotage you, all these things will come to surface. You will see it more clearly. It may be hidden at first, but you will see things more clearly as time goes by. So best thing to find harmony and balance in your relationship is to address these issues, to resolve these conflicts in your life, and not to ignore them, because if you ignore, then it can pop up later on. Because as eclipses occur on your Taurus Scorpio axis, which is your 1st and 7th house, your relationship is going through a major transformation during these 18 months, and there's a lot of focus on your relationship with yourself, where you come from, what is your idea, what is your perspective. That is your foundation. That's where your comfort zone, and learning to trust other people and include them in your life, and listen to their viewpoint and perspective. So don't be afraid or fearful of not including them. But again, if there is any kind of existing relationship that is not good for you, not good for your growth, then you will see a kind of change in those relationship. Maybe it will improve, it will be maybe conflicts will be resolved and things will get better, or you will have to move on from those energies, those relationship, and and choose your own growth in terms of relationship and form new relationships and new partnership, which will be more beneficial for your own growth. Now, the nodes are a very karmic point because they are not physical objects in the sky. It's the nodes are the nodes are mathematical points, so it's a very karmic points in your chart, and when it transits a certain house, means there's a karmic transformation needs to take place in those house matter. And with a north node in your 7th house, you will almost go through like a personal rebirth during this time, a personal transformation, and where relationship is concerned. And so it's good idea to develop those trust in other people, and the loyalty and the connection that you need to develop during this time. It's very important to develop these traits in you during these 18 months, Scorpios. So Scorpios, don't lead from a fearful, controlling, obsessive, or create boundaries around you during this time. Be open to relationship, receiving relationship, listening to other people, and that is how your soul growth, your karmic evolution is going to take place over the next 18 months. Sagittarius, for you, the North Node in Taurus is going to transit through your 6th house. Now, 6th house is the house of work, health, your daily routine. So Sagittarius, the last 18 months, the nodes were in your sign. It was on the Gemini Sagittarius axis. So South Node was in your sign, in your 1st house. Now, you have gone through a lot of changes in relationship with yourself and relationship with other people, and just generally your interaction. And because it was South Node was in your 1st house, you may have gone through a kind of challenging time, conflicting time, and through that you have been able to transform your sense of self, your self-image. You're in a different place now as the nodes shift in away from your sign and into a fixed sign energy, which is of Taurus and Scorpio, which is your 12th house and 6th house axis. So with a lot of focus shifting from your relationship with other people to your work, your daily life, your routine life. So you are taking a break basically from relationship angle and getting back to work, making your routine and your daily routine, making your job, your routine, your work a priority during these 18 months. And that's where the focus should be, because that's where the learning needs to be done. And the experiences that you have had in the last 18 months, the challenges and the conflicts, I think you will be more than happy to go back to the grind, as we say, to go back to the routine, to go back to the job, the 9-to-5 job. That's what the 6th house energy is about. It's about the job that you do on a daily basis. And you will be, and if you're applying for any job during this time, a new job, or moving from your old kind of job which is you're not happy with or is not helping you grow, this is a great time to bring these energies, because North Node in your 6th house is going to transform your work life, your health, your daily routine. There's going to be a lot of focus on what you're doing on a daily basis, and this is a good time to structure your life, discipline your life, and really have schedules and routines to follow to make your life a little bit more structured. Because with South Node in the 12th house, which is a house of can be a house of confusion, can be a house of having no boundaries. So you may be sometimes inclined to depend or go to that comfort zone. The South Node is where you feel comfortable, so you may sometimes feel the need to move away from people, responsibilities, routines, and all that. You want to withdraw yourself from these energies, but this is what you're developing in the next 18 months, and this is where your focus should be, Sagittarius. So the nodal shift to your 6th and 12th house is going to create a lot of awareness about yourself, about your spiritual side, and about your daily life as well, both the sides. So your health and healing axis is getting activated because eclipses is going to occur on the 6th and 12th house axis. So there's a lot of focus on the 6th house matter, but at the end of the day you need to learn to balance it out with some time off as well. So during these 18 months, next 18 months, if you're overexerting or too much over focusing on your sixth house daily routine and really not taking a break at all, then it can have a detriment effect on your health. So it's very important, though you are very much focused on and you want to really move things forward in terms of organize your life, structure your life and all that, but taking a break is definitely very important, because too much work and no play is not going to be a healthy option for you, Sagittarius. So you are a sign who likes to get away. You like a little bit of freedom, a little bit time to do your own thing, and get away from the grind. So use that energy with the 12th house energy and really do get away. So North Node in the 6th house is going to bring a focus on your purpose as well. What is your purpose during these 18 months? And it's got a lot to do with your daily activity, your work, and your health matter as well. So you will undergo significant changes in your daily life, most definitely. So if there is any kind of theme, job, work that you have been doing that is not fulfilling and satisfying for you, this is a great time to transform all that. And you may face some kind of challenges and conflict in your work environment, which will make you change these things, because with eclipses it really digs it out and changes things around and really shuffles things around, shakes your foundation. So the patterns you have been having in your in your daily life basically is going to go through a change during these 18 months, most definitely, Sagittarius. So you need to be prepared for it, and just mentally be prepared for it. And just focus on your health as well while you're at work, because taking on too much responsibility at work because you're excited about the new job and you want the responsibility and you want to grow, this can have a little bit negative effect on your health. So it's a good idea to share the load as well, and delegate if you can, and don't take too much more than don't bite more than you can chew. So definitely a great time to grow your daily life, job situation, work, be more productive, be more useful, most definitely. But just be mindful your health is not getting affected, and your health and healing aspect is also like major focus during this time, and you will see a lot of changes in these areas as well. Now if you have desire to escape or withdraw or like go on a holiday or a break with the 12th house energy of traveling overseas or whatever that might be, because 12th has the Piscean energy, foreign things. So if you have that need during this time, the focus will be a lot more on away from that kind of energy. But at the end of the day, a balance is required. So if you do need to take a break and go and experience new things, most definitely, Sagittarius, because you're a sign of traveling and experiencing new things, so you definitely cannot curb that feeling of wanting to do that. So definitely find a balance and really focus on your work, changing your habits, the daily routine, how you do things as well. So if something is not working out the way you have been doing it, or your old ways of doing things, that needs to change during this time. Your whole concept, your perspective on your work, your productivity, your usefulness is going to go through a change during these 18 months. And being an escapist or wanting to get away from the daily grind is not going to be useful for your soul growth, Sagittarius. Capricorns, for you the Taurus North Node transits through to your 5th house. Now 5th house is the house of your creativity, your artistic self, your self-expression, your solo projects, what you love, basically what you love to do, and things that bring you gratification and enjoyment. It's also the house of your children and love and romance. So when North Node goes through your 5th house, is transiting through your 5th house, Capricorn, this is, I would say, one of the best time for you to grow into your own and do what you love and develop more self-confidence and really be yourself, and show your talent, your hobbies, whatever interest that you have. They take up leadership responsibility, more opportunities will come your way, because 5th house has this natural Leo energy, which is about shining your own light. And Capricorn, this is the time you're going to be very confident. You will be, because you will know what to do. You will know that you have a innate light within you, and this is a time to shine that light in the world. and you will be definitely very much self-sufficient as well, because stability and security will come through your own, you're depending on your own, relying on your own capabilities, on your own talents, and people will see that. Most definitely they will see that you're shining, they will see the confidence in you, they will see that you are definitely up for any new responsibility and opportunity that's coming your way. And this is going to really help you grow and be yourself, and really reach that destiny, the ultimate destiny that that is meant for you, Capricorn. So it's a really great time for you. Now Taurus and Scorpio, both the signs, is very harmonious to your sign, Capricorn, because you're earth sign and Taurus and Scorpio are earth and water signs. So it's a very trining and sextiling kind of energy towards you. So it's going to only help you, and all you need to do is be open and take in these opportunities, the growth opportunities that comes your way, creative opportunities, creative projects. The creative project, the solar projects, the opportunity to be the leader, the opportunity to lead a project or a team or whatever that might be at your work. Maybe you will get a promotion or anything. Basically what this North Node in the 5th house is doing is bringing all these positive change, transformational energy to your sense of self, your self-confidence, your leadership qualities, your will to shine, Capricorn, because you are an earth sign ruled by Saturn, and you're not much interested in promoting yourself. Now with the North Node in the 5th house, this is the time to promote yourself, really put yourself out there, and you will definitely be very much interested and confident to take these roles and do these things as well during these 18 months. Now South Node will be in the 11th house, and which is a house of social group. It's a house of organization that you're working for, something that is larger than yourself. It's more like collective and crowd energy. Now this is a time to not much worry about what others have to say about you. Most definitely. So don't worry about other people's opinions, especially if it's negative and unsupportive towards you. So Capricorn, use these 18 months to really grow your own sense of self and really rely on your own talents and capability, and develop new talents and hobbies as well. If you want to take up a new creative interest, artistic interest, or take up something that you wanted to do but you could not do until now, this is time to really look at those opportunities, those areas of life that you want to develop, things that you were not able to do earlier. So it's definitely a great time for you, Capricorn, to really shine and grow and really transform your confidence level, your leadership, and just overall life as well. And 5th house is also about having fun, having recreational time. So it's a really good time to really see outside your work life as well, because last 18 months North Node was in your 6th house, which is about work, which is about being productive. It's about the daily grind and the 9-to-5 job and your work environment and all that. Now is the time to take a break, because you have already achieved you have transformed your work environment, you have transformed what you have been doing. Now you must be in a place where you can look at other things as well, look at things that makes you happy, look at things that brings enjoyment to you, and this includes your children as well. Now if you do have children, this is a great time to develop new relationship, improve your relationship with children, spend more time with them. And if you don't have any children, or if you want to have children, then this is a great time to get pregnant or have a child in your life. So most definitely it's a great time for that energy as well. And Uranus is in the sign of Taurus already in your 5th house, so it's already rebooting that, and changing your 5th house matter. It's really developing your sense of self-confidence. Now North Node in your 5th house in the sign of Taurus along with the Uranus is really going to ramp up the whole energy, and really going to make you, the energy will be available for you to really make the best use of, and you will really see a complete transformation, change in how you see yourself, how you see the confidence in you, and your will to shine will most definitely be there. And your relationship with your children is going to go through change. Maybe your parenting style will change, or you will have a baby in your life. So Capricorn, don't hold yourself back because of other people's opinion, or something that you're doing in a group thing, or get distracted by other things, other the other energies, the crowd energy. Focus on yourself during this time and trust yourself to reach for the stars, and do believe in divine timing as well. And this is a great time to really even attract people and resources in your life to help you grow. I'm sure you will connect with people, network with people as well. That is going to improve your sense of self, your will to shine, most definitely. And you will be in that circumstances with that opportunities coming your way to make these things happen. Now, Taurus is about self-sufficiency, so the need to grow and need to shine needs to come from your own self. It's not going to come from other people. In fact, you need to move away from opinions of other people, especially the negative ones and the ones that are not helpful. So definitely be your own guiding light during this time to Capricorn, and really turn things around for yourself, because being an earth sign, you may not be naturally wanting to show yourself, shine, self-promote, but this is not a time to think that way. This is a time to trust in the divine timing, to trust in yourself, and really take up the opportunities that's coming your way to grow yourself and have fun as well at the end of the day. So don't forget to have fun with the 5th house North Node, Capricorn. Aquarius, for you, the Taurus North Node transits through your 4th house. Now, 4th house is the house of your home, your family members. It's the house of your emotional stability, your comfort level. So just basically your emotional and physical foundation. So with North Node transiting your 4th house, Aquarius, you will have the need to be at home more and spend more time with your family members during this time. And this can change the way you work, your professional life, your career, the way you have been dealing with your career, the job, or whatever that might be, the business is going to go through a change, because you want to stay at home more during this time, and maybe work from home. Something like that can develop during this time, Aquarius. Now, 4th house is also to do with your foundation in terms of your roots, your ancestral home, where you come from, your birthplace. So you will have this strong need to connect with your roots during this time. If you live abroad, maybe you will be wanting to go back or connect with people. If you're not physically moving, at least emotionally connect to your roots more during this time. And there's going to be a lot of focus. Maybe you will be researching about your ancestry, or where you come from, and what they were like, the people in your ancestor, how they were like. So there's a lot of energy, focus, and this is going to bring a transformation as well in your life, change in your life. It's a turning point time, most definitely, because the eclipses is going to occur on your 4th and 10th house, which is your Taurus and Scorpio. So you can rest assured you are going through definitely a major change during this time, and that can set you for the future as well, because North Node is going to bring a change, transformation in your home environment with your family members. So your view of your family will change during this. How you view your family setting will change, and you will have the desire to really stabilize yourself and secure yourself more where your emotional and physical foundation is concerned. So you may also have desire to buy a property, real estate, because 4th house is about physical foundation as well. So it's about the house, the address that you live. So that can go through a change as well. Or if you have already settled, then you may be inclined to redecorate, renovate. Some kind of major renovation can take place in your home environment. Now, with the North Node in the 4th house, your family members are also going to go through transformation, or the way you will see them is going to go through a transformation. Maybe your mindset, your perspective will go through a transformation. How you see them, how they contribute in your life, what are their expectations, and what is your expectations of them. So all this is going to give you a lot of emotional stability and security, which you may have been deriving from your career until now. That is going to shift, because South Node in the 10th house is the comfort zone, most definitely, and you will be wanting to rely on that energy more. But the exercise during the next 18 months is to learn more about your home environment, your domestic life. So you may bring about some kind of changes, transformation in your career to spend more time at home. Or if you are not bringing these changes, there can be challenges and conflict occurring in your how you see your career, your success, your reputation, your public image, which will make you want to move more towards your trust your emotional grounding more during this time than outward external success, the projection, how you project yourself externally, and what your idea of success is, the external influence that is going to change, and you will find a sense of success in your home as well by being more stable, secure, emotionally and physically at your home. So Aquarius, it's a very karmic time because the nodes are a karmic point. So wherever they go, they bring in these karmic patterns in your life during this time, and that can be in both ways. It can be challenges or supportive energy, both ways. So in the fourth house, you will definitely be more inclined to change your family setting. Maybe you want to expand your family or grow your family, or if start a new family or settle down, whatever that might be. So you're definitely very much interested in focusing in your family environment, nurturing and nourishing your family members, yourself, your own emotional self as well. Fourth house matter is very instinctual and very intuition related energy. So you will definitely focus on your own emotional well-being as well during this time, as well as people you live with. So all these nurturance and nourishment from you is coming towards yourself and others, with people you live with. So most definitely Aquarius, any changes in your family situation is most definitely destined. It will be transformational and is going to make you see life differently. Basically, it's going to what your perspective was until now about your your emotional foundation and all that, and how you derive your emotional security basically is going to go through change. So you will be definitely focused in your self at home more than worrying about these external expression, the external validation of success. So that is going to most definitely shift in these 18 months. So Aquarius, the focus is definitely shifting from career to home. And if you were not emotionally available until now in your home environment with your family members, this is shifting most definitely. And also this not being available emotionally to in your home life could be because of your fear of letting go of your career, letting go of the security, stability that you feel that comes from your career, from your job, from what you do externally. You may have that kind of a fear because South Node is in the sign of Scorpio in your 10th house, which is going to bring fear and need to control and obsess over the 10th house matter, which is your career. So you may find the transition a little bit difficult, and maybe you may fear a lot, be afraid of that if you're moving from being more at home than career. Then your life purpose, your calling, your life path, your destiny is all going to get affected because you will be exerting too much on your external validation, your career, the climbing the career ladder, it's shifting. So you may be initially be worried. It can bring anxiety and fear that you're letting that go, or it's moving away from you. If you're not making the decision of letting it go, it may transform. It can go through externally. These energies can move away from you as well, because these 18 months is about developing your 4th house. So this karmically also, because of the challenges in your 10th house, you will probably want to depend more on your 4th house matter. So Aquarius, the best thing is to balance both the energies and don't be led by your vulnerability, fears and insecurities. Trust your intuition, trust your instinct, and your emotional foundation. Trust on those things, your own personal priorities during this time. Your need to develop, nurture yourself is stronger during this time, and any kind of insecurities that comes from external pressure needs to be you need to let that go and really focus on balancing your life and find inner peace and harmony and stability through focusing on your own emotional self, Aquarius. Pisces, for you, the North Node in Taurus is going to transit through your third house. Now, third house is about communication. It's about sharing ideas. It's about networking, also your neighborhood, peers, just your local community, short travel, local travel. So anything to do with your local community, neighborhood, just your immediate surrounding and environment is a third house matter. So when North Node goes through your third house, it's a very transformational and change inducing time regarding your own communication style, your mindset, your outlook, how you share information, how you your opinions, your perspective, your own personal mindset. All these is going to go through change, and also your environment. So there's a lot of focus on these matters, so you're more focused or in your neighborhood, in your immediate surrounding, rather than worrying about what's beyond you, which is the ninth house, where your south node is. Now, where a south node goes, that is the energy you're releasing yourself from, because it is not going to help you grow during this time. This is the time to develop your own opinion and not just be too much led by other perspective, wider perspective, and bigger picture thing. So this is really about your inner calling, your own opinion, your own concept of thing, your own perspective, how you see things, personally how you see things. That's where the focus is, Pisces. Now, you will have the support of other people, your friends, people in long distance, different cultures, long distance friends or something like that. You may have the support, and you may be taking opinions and perspective from them, and really listening to them a lot during this time, because south node is where your comfort zone is. You tend to rely on that. But the next 18 months, Pisces, is all about developing your third house, which is your own mindset, your own inner calling, how you see things, not how other people see things. And this is how your communication style is going to change as well, because what you have been doing until now may not be working. So you need to change how you communicate with other people, especially within your local community, your neighborhood, close ties, even siblings, because third house is also about your siblings. So how you're communicating with them, all that needs to change. So this is not the time to worry much about what others have to say. It's about you. Now, with the support of other people, your friends, circle, peers, associate, acquaintances, all that, the wider crowd, the people on the horizon, all those things may support you and connect with you and may show you the truth, what it is, how to interpret things, and all that. But when things are brought to surface, when things have been revealed, when information has come to you, it's down to you to interpret. You cannot rely on other people's perspective and other people's interpretation of what's happening in your life, because it's about you. And developing your own opinion, your own perspective, your own outlook in life during this time, Pisces, is actually going to grow you. It can also set you in a new direction, how you communicate, how you process information, how you share ideas with other people. And this can be also through social media, or writing a book, or just teaching and learning as well, because when you are communicating, when your mindset is changing and you are really thinking on your own feet, rather than taking information only from external forces, that's when, Pisces, you connect with your true calling, what you are made of, what your life is all about. So this is not the time to gossip and get involved in what other people have to say. Develop your own direction, your new direction. Transform the way you think, transform the way you communicate, and lead from a more of a sensitive and stable, balanced, harmonious place, where your communication and just processing information and all that is concerned. Now, Pisces third house is also to do with learning, but mostly like short-term learning. Can be an online course or something that you can finish in a short period of time, because ninth house is about long-term education, like a graduation program, or 3-4 years program. That's what ninth house matter is. But with third house, it's more of a small things that you can learn to develop your skills, to upskill yourself, to to relearn and retrain yourself. And this is a great time to do that, because all this can inspire you as well. And also, if you want to teach or publish anything, like maybe on social media or blog, it's a great time to really put your opinion out there and share what you have to say, your ideas and all, whatever you have learned. Maybe you learned something earlier, maybe in the last few years, and now is the time you can teach these things to other people. You can share and people can learn these things just by sharing your experience. Also people can learn, especially in your community. If you in your neighborhood, connecting with your neighbor is definitely also the theme and the focus during the next 18 months. So Pisces, with South Node in your 9th house, which is about traveling and learning and looking at new perspective, it's going to be useful for, so doing all this thing is going to be useful as well during this time, because at the end of the day you're balancing yourself. So if you are not able to travel because of travel restrictions during this time, it's a good idea to explore your your local environment and learn through social media, through online interaction as well. So all this is going to open you up, and you will change your or grow your perspective and opinion. You will be able to you will be able to transform your mindset by interacting as well to as many people as you can through social media or your local community or close ties. So definitely you are developing your sense of personal perspective, your opinion, your mindset, how you see things during these 18 months, Pisces. So this was my North Node in the sign of Taurus video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you can use this North Node in the Taurus energy for the next 18 months to really transform and bring about positive changes in your Taurus area of life, wherever your Taurus is in your chart. So definitely it's a great time. It's going to be a major shift from the last 18 months, and you will feel it. So definitely bring more harmony, inner peace, happiness within yourself by growing your Taurus side. So thank you very much again for watching, and have a lovely day.